Ah, welcome. Welcome, guys. Welcome to another session, another look into toxic femininity. The acclaimed author by the name Mumia Absidi Ali and his renowned piece of work, and a very much a piece of work as it you can see through the pictures, the image, the thumbnail, and the book itself is pretty much a very well written book. As you know, the book is titled, and if y'all don't got the book, I'm not sure what you're waiting for. Please pick up the copy of the book for yourself, read it for yourself. Toxic Femininity, A, and I mean A. Hold on. Yo, social media is crazy right now. Wait, let me check this out. 1 second, guys. I'm not sure get distracted, but hold on, wait. Hold on, guys. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, Toxic Femininity. The piece itself of the renowned the book itself that deals with the in-depth look of, and I'm not sure if I should do I have it here on no I was gonna pull it up, but should I pull up? Nah. As you know, this is the Black Man's Guide, this book on modern Black feminism. And people want to ask, why only Black feminism this book focuses on mostly? Well, this is written by a perspective from a Black man to another Black man about how feminism, particularly Black feminism and its delusion, has really set a wave and actually stagnation and moving Black people, particularly Black women, backwards in regards to them being under the wing and listen to the commands and orders of the Black man. But is it really their fault? Well, Momia Absali goes in detail to really analyze this and look at this evidence as a whole. So, no further ado, as you know, if you've been keeping up with the chapters itself or the series, we've gone through 8 chapters so far. And tonight, as I look at most of the material now and see how far we're going to go tonight, it looks like we might do there's 1 chapter. How long is this? What's this? Oh, and now it's I'm getting notification now. Ain't that something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we'll go 2 chapters, chapter 9, chapter 10. Like always. And like always, you must buy the book for yourself, read it for yourself to get more of a clear understanding. This is just me going through it myself to y'all. And really, it's a must-have book to have in your bookshelf. It is as big as they said. It is a very thick book. And I never asked Mr. Momi Absali if he's going to have hardcover copies of the books in the near future. Matter of fact, let me see if I... And if y'all guys can hear me good, please let me know in the chat room, because I am looking periodically back and forth. And make sure the notification has been sent. All right. Because some notifications that's been missing lately. And as you know, YouTube will be playing with y'all with notifications. It is what it is. It is their platform. I don't expect it to get any favors over here. You think we would, but it doesn't work like that. All right. Let me refresh one more time. All right. Looks like it's working good now. So, oh, this is some weird stuff. Where is it? Where is that? Martin Judah. There's Ed. And one more sent out to one other person. Oh, that sent out to this place? The red pill? No, I did not send it. Let me send it because these dudes they like to some of the readings too. And if my volume sounds good, let me know in the chat room. And if you guys want to incline, please support the channel. Like it's super chat or cash app set there. And make sure if you have any questions, that will be better to send it for super chat. Cause I will be in this notes into the book. I will look at the chat room periodically, but there's no guarantee I will be catching everything, depending on how the progression of the stream is. But if you really want some note, yeah, all right. All right. All right, let's begin, guys. Yeah, that's good. Chapter 9. And let me see if all right, good. I carry myself good. Let me play this again. Chapter 9. Chapter 9. Yes, chapter 9. Let me see where I'm at again. Where's the book? Oh God, I got too many. Hold on, guys. Oh, here it is. Here's the book. All right, chapter 9. Hold on. Let me put a timestamp here. All right. Chapter 9. The political is always personal, or the political is always personal. I don't believe that we should look to the government and our constitution to solve our personal problems. You see, this is the false lure of women liberation movement. Happiness. Because the fact is, girls, the ERA will not solve your personal problems. It will not hand you a happy home life. I won't give you a Sunday kind of love. As the popular song goes, and it certainly will not on keeping your husband from being jealous or petty or dumping you in your middle age for a new young model after you have undevoted yourself to keeping his home for 20 or 30 years because you simply cannot legislate universally sympathize for the middle-aged woman. Now remember, this before you throw away your youth and your beauty and your virtue to join in a new sisterhood of misery. And let me put a pause right here. Let me move over here because I want to make sure I did not do this earlier, but I will now. Let me do this. And make sure guys likes are free. All right. And let me zoom into this. Oh, and for those that don't know, let me share y'all a little quick snippet. Because I always do this, so everybody know this is what I am reading. Because I do have, and if I don't, I will have the book physically to show you what you're looking at. This will look like. This is chapter 9 for those that will see. You see it? Very good. Very good. All right, good. Got it? Good. Got it. Good. All right. Kate Blatch and Felisa Schofield, Mrs. America, if I pronounced their names right. If I do, I apologize. Although the cat phrase above, which is forever associated with the white feminist, was in fact coined by a white feminist, it's like pretty much everything else white feminists say and do has been successfully aped by black feminism or feminists. From the days of Sojourner Truth to the social media Yamori and modern black feminists in the 21st century. And at times when white women are rightly and finally beginning to openly question the validities and diversity of the white feminist projects, there is curiously no corresponding chorus of black women online using their platforms to question modern black feminists in a similar fashion. A major part of the reason for this is due to the sobering fact that modern black feminists are a lot like a mob, repelled with numerous examples of their willingness to resort to cyberbullying, doxing, gossiping, and too much women do too much gossiping. That's another story. And rumor mongering, and going so far to attempt to destroy the reputation and of livelihood of black women who dare to disagree. And there's too many women that do it. I see it firsthand online. They be attacking these women, call them mammies, pick-me's, and even go as far as trying to discredit them by creating propaganda. That's black women for you. In short, modern black feminists are bullies, and they have proven highly effective to silencing disdain on the part of black women writ large. The account for how and why you haven't seen any major disrupt or disagreement between modern black feminists and black women who would obstinately oppose them, some that I am fairly certain your dear readers have readily observed for yourself. At any rate, in light of the fact that if the white feminist projects stood on shaky grounds, the black feminist one was outright unattainable, as I note several times throughout this book. While an argument can be made for the ideals of a white patriarchy, although a fairly weak one, it comes to ideals of black patriarchy, the evidence is virtually non-existent. And thus, the ideal that black women writ large are chafing under the boots of black patriarchal oppression is patiently absurd, or patently absurd, sorry, on its face. The chief reasons why this ridiculous ideal has been able to fester for as so long is due in large part in the modern black feminist mob and its ability to threaten, cajole, and intimidate anyone who would dare to disagree and dare, challenge black women, or they call the black beat. Yes, too many of them. They're not black women. They're like, pestilence, All right. Until now. So back to the point of this chapter. Modern black feminists hinging almost entirely on personal grievances, failing to shortcomings, insecurity, anxiety, and in many cases, manifestation of profound mental illness rather than anything truly structural against black women that requires congressional and our constitutional redress in the 21st century. Much of the biggest wounds, as opposed to taking points of modern black feminism, have a lot to do with those deeply seated personal issues like colorism, featureism, body positivity, fat shaming, slut shaming, egocentrics, beauty standards, and pretty privilege. Those black women who possess it should otherwise be surprised or reunite in, etc. I note that none of it should be redressed by what they call policies, legislative actions, or judicial rulings. What makes modern black feminism patriarchal promiscuous is in how it adherently and taking head have attempt with a good degree of success to turn their personal issues into causes celebs. This is the basis of making a movement out of colorism, body positivity, and slut shaming, for example. Because women in general and modern black feminists in particular have found that the sneaky or and wheel gets the grease, especially from the state-run institution. Modern black feminism have found that they can garner a lot of attention from VIP varying stripes of their personal information grips, elevating them to the level of a possible crisis that has to be dealt with. Of course, this crisis always tends to splutter into nothingness, but in a social media world, they do have a degree of utility. They can linger or like the apparitions that they are ready to inflict the minds of black women having a hard time out here in the dating and mating realm. And make no mistake about it, and gentlemanly, that is what a lot of modern black feminists is all about. Dating, mating. Many of these ladies have had serious personal issues that have been a major stumbling block in getting the type of kind of relationship that with the type and kind of black men that they want. Or if they qualify for these type of black men, let's be clear here. And if you're watching, please give this video a thumbs up and comment at the end of this stream. Oh, I forgot how. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I wasn't looking at that. All right. Where was I? And because, and the old adage goes, a little unknowledge is a dangerous thing. These lovely ladies have managed to heap enough word salad from the gender studies department of our American universities to make it sound all academic, or much in other case, I'll go even further. Is that Charlie Brown type of voice? Yes. Scholarly and detached. Of course, anyone with one good eye can see what really going on here. I mean, let's be brutally honest here for a moment. When the last time you saw a smoking hot and well-adjusted modern black feminist, the idea is an oxymoron. And what I mean by that is most of your regular black feminists today in the 21st century, actually from the last century, the 20th century going on, and now the 20 years, over 20 years into the 21st century, most modern black feminists are big as hell. Yes, fat, obese, obese, and if not regularly obese, they could be touching morbidly obese. But these are your modern day black feminists. Some of them don't feel that they should attain a man as big as they are at any length, any stage, wherever. Okay. Oh wow. All right, let's keep going. Oh. And we all know it. The vast majority of modern black feminists are ladies none of us would accuse of being beauty queens or even cute. And of the handful of them who are there single for a reason, because they have serious personality defects that prohibit them from leveraging their pretty privilege into a relationship with a black man of their dreams. Ebony K. Williams, especially is an excellent case in point, though by no means anyone. Even now, in her fourth decade, she remains a light-skinned, shapely, and attractive black woman, while at the same time being an attorney and successful as a talking head in Fox News, The Grill, and other digital media outlets. Nevertheless, her struggles and her love life are a matter of public record, due largely to her insensitive whining about every chance that she gets in front of the microphone and a camera. You know, one thing with Ebony K. Williams, because she is a 41-year-old black woman from North Carolina originally, and then she lived in New York, which New York's more productive, but that's not a story. That if it was not your way, it's not the highway. You talk about these men, and I'm going to have to agree with Miss Clark on this that a good chunk of you ladies really want a feminized black companion man, particularly black man. You're looking for a man to act and move like a woman with a pair of balls and a dick. And to me, I think that is delusional. And not only delusional, let's be honest. You're looking for another girlfriend, but in a man's body. It's better off you go get the girlfriend all together. Just be in one happy unit and just be in bed with another girl and just y'all just indulge in eating each other out. I mean, just call it a day and say all this nonsense, you know. And I think Ebony K. Williams is that type of woman that gives off the vibe that she will eat you out in a heartbeat. She has to hesitate or think about putting her lips in other women. If you would notice. Now everybody said that that can't be possibly, that can't be true. And they might be right. And I'm not denying. But let's be honest. If you're asking about a certain quality of a man, right? And you said you want your man to bring these type of factors, we always gotta look at the man, look at the woman, and say, is it a man you want or a woman? Because the man that you asking for don't want what you have. And they're not gonna bow down to you because you're a woman that might have a certain degree, which you rarely use, let's be honest, because if you are a lawyer, you just don't go from lawyer and being TV host. I mean, you're a lawyer. If you stay at your profession, you could be more of a head lawyer, be a judge, all that stuff. But you chose the media route because that made more money, and that's where she really belongs. Because let me tell you some guys, I'm pausing it on this book. If you're such a successful lawyer like you say you are, you try to climb up and be in higher echelons in your profession to the point you become a judge where you make all the money, hand over fist, and don't have to worry about that. You make that guarantee for as long as you can make it as long as you're a judge. Why dump all what you're doing to do media? Let that sink in. Just let that sink in. All right, let's continue. Is the rare case of a modern black feminist. Yes, I am including her in that camp due to her de facto embodiment of what they stand for, even if she doesn't openly declare herself as such. Who is actually easy on the eyes? Her probably, which is apparent to all but the most stepping in denial, in that her grating personality, bombastic way, and combatant nature completely thwarts any chance for her getting a relationship successful. Not just with a black man on her level, but any man on her level. And as that great philosopher and comedic genius Chris Rock is astoundingly observing, men are only as faithful as their options allow, and the kind of men who turn ebony cranks tends to have lots of options. Even she knows that they really do not want a woman who challenge them. Other modern black feminists try to palm off their personality or their personal issues and grabs on social or sorry as societal hold on. Was that off the air? Hold on a sec. Oh no, hell no. 1 second, guys.
The Meal is a mobile app that empowers you to.
All right, guys, I'm back. I'm doing some right now. Just checking some because I was off, and I'm going to reread that because they trying to do some finagle stuff. I don't know what that was. 1 second. All right, gotcha. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. So that's why it's good thing I double check make sure everything's going because I didn't think they're gonna do this, but they did it. All right, hold on. Where is my thing? Let me see. Where is it? Okay, here it is. All right, and make sure everything's going good, and we can continue. All right, all right. Yeah, I'm not letting this mess me up. I'm gonna go back. Night to the reasons. Chris Rock. Where's Chris Rock? Where's Chris Rock? Yeah. If that messed me up bad. Hmm. Hmm. Damn. I'm going to go back 1 more time and find where that is, guys. Okay, I found it. See, the beautiful thing about the internet is I can now rewind back where I stopped. So, all right, so we can continue, guys. All right, society matters too, because I don't want this, and I'll correct this when you guys listen back to this. Now, continuing, Kimberly Nicole Foster, for example, has been moaning about, and I quote, her beautiful standards, hierarchies of desirability, and the political aesthetics from her YouTube channel under her name for years. So has pinned it, writing and posting of similar themes. All right. Okay, I'm back. So this one I'm probably going to do. Let me write this down. Come on, guys. Let me do this. I'm just gonna write down some timestamps. We're gonna work on. I'm gonna fix this right now, guys. I don't like that. What this happened just now. Right. Let me refresh this. Right. Hello? Oh, shit. All right. This should work. Yeah, this should work. Let me see if I have any more issues moving forward here. Let me cross that out. I'm going to read this from the start, and we're going to continue on to the stream. Don't worry, don't worry. Nothing slows down. Um, I'm going. I'm going to continue off to this one. To the Chris Rock. Matter of fact, I might read that whole sentence over. And before I do, you guys make sure you hit the like button, share, and like the stream. All right. going to take a brief mission. 1 second. All right, I'm gonna continue the stream, guys. So let me just find my thing. Oh, what's good in the chat room? What's good? What's good? Let me know if my volume's low. Make sure you can hear me good. All right, continuing. I'm gonna read that sentence all over again for y'all to hear. And as the great philosopher and comedian genius Chris Rock so astutely observed, men are only as faithful as their options allow, and the kinds of men who turn Ebony's crank tend to have lots of options. Even she knows that they really do not want a woman who challenged them. Yeah, thank you. Other modern black feminists try to palm off their personal issues and gripes as societal matters too. Kimberly Nicole Foster, for example, has been moaning about, and I quote here, beauty standards, hierarchies of desirability, and the politics of aesthetics from the YouTube channel under her name for years. She has penned writing and posts of a similar theme of her For Hair website, as well as all are reflective of her deep-seated insecurities about her personal appearance and where she falls in the beauty pecking order. Like other modern black feminists, Foster would like very much to flatten this pecking order so that she and others like her can get a chance. Men with options, however, have other items. And if you guys like the stream, please share the stream and support chat if you can. Donate will go far away. Feminista Jones. Feminista Jones is another well-documented example prior to going under the knife. Roughly a decade or so ago, she tipped the scales as at well over 300 pounds and wrote what it called voluminously about how unfair it was that formal obese black women like herself had to deal with the realities of what black men that she liked and want found desirable. And often happens when women have weight loss surgery and other glow ups. Jones tries to leverage her new look into new love, which has largely failed, pardon the pun, due to her self-admitted mental illness issues and numerous demonstrations of antisocial behaviors, both powerful predicting of mating failures. And one thing you understand, you could change the body, but if the mind is still at the same pace, the body is not always going to catch up. Matter of fact, the body follows where the mind goes. So if you cheat your way to get weight loss surgery, which I think is either staple surgery or go as far as getting the whole BBL procedure, lipo, all that stuff, then it's a testament that you have not learned nothing. You have not grown at all. So what happens, you might change the outer, but the inner is still filthy. Yes, indeed. But at least Jones tried. Brittany Cooper, on the other hand, has pretty much totally given up on trying to battle the bulge and has devolved into a perpetual fit of rage. She even gone so far as to openly blame former President Donald Trump, replaying the racist card for the reasons why she's morbidly obese, along with food deserts, which makes absolutely no sense, however, or whatever. Clearly, Cooper is not in a desert of any kind, of certainly not a food one. And how dieting don't work the same for black women as it does white women hardly deeply angers rants of the Oprah Winfrey Network of all places, only underscore the point being made in this chapter. And the irony of the fact that clearly Miss Winfrey herself didn't get the diet don't work the same memo. And as I was rudely interrupted, I will repeat this again. Oprah Winfrey was, if y'all remember, and those that's watching this, was once fat or considered obese back in the late 80s and all throughout 90s. I think she changed it around 2000s, I believe. I could be wrong. If y'all remember, if y'all in the chat room who are reading this, do y'all remember one point when Oprah was very big? Y'all remember that? Let me know, please. And as I do this, let me check. Let me check what's going on with likes. And make sure like the stream. Likes are free. Oh, we can do some more likes, but yeah, we're fine. All right. Yeah, I probably don't remember. But anyway, let's keep going. The reason why modern black feminists. One second, guys. 1 second. Let me do this. Black feminists has such staying power is because it plays to black women's inherent insecurity, the same insecurity that fuels the multi-billion-dollar black beauty business. And there is a lot of insecure black women out there. And trust me, I see it firsthand. And me saying this, therefore, it makes sense the modern black feminists find a home in with black women who are finding themselves deeply insecure, typically about how they look. Although a not insignificant number of them have other insecurities about themselves all the same. Some would argue that black men have a role to play in the state of affairs, but I am inclined to disagree. The anecdotes, the personal insecurities, isn't being bigged up by a chores of cheerleaders. It is in the finding of personal self-esteem and acceptance come what may no amount of online activism, court ruling, or law being passed will change the fact of life. Always be on the lookout for black women who use buzzwords like colorism or body positivity and the other terms I've noted in this chapter. It's a tale that she either a modern black feminist herself or in some way worse of unwitting tools of modern black feminists having taken on their talking points without taking the time out to think through the implications. But more than that, the reality pragmatically issues with black women who find aid and comfort in the blathering of modern black feminists along those lines is that it is a sign that the black woman or women in question are willing to take personal responsibility for their own problems, failing and shortcomings, and really what black men worth his salt wants to be with a de facto potent or perpetual child. If you like the stream, hit the like button, share the stream. We're going to end this Toxic Femininity, the guide. This is the pamphlet. This is the guidebook for all you black men out there. How to deal with the black beep, the black modern black beep. You feel me? And that's the end of this chapter. And he goes into the end notes, which y'all can look for yourself. My God, that was fun. Now, y'all ready? We're going to turn it up a little bit. We're going to chapter 10 now. But before we go into that, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's get something new here. Nope. All right, we're going to go into the next chapter. You guys ready? Ready? All right, y'all ready? Let's get this. All right. Chapter 10. Brittany Renner proves modern black feminism hates black women more than the black magistrate ever could. This is and there's an end note. This is response to the YouTube video Brittany Renner, New Griff and the Lies We Tell Single Women, January 13, 2023. The famed American journalist, contrarian and inscrutable H.L. Mencken once said that a misogynist is a man who hates women as much as women hate one another. Can you believe it? And tries as many might in the years following his death in 1956, there is scant evidence that McKinnon told any lies. Mencken heyday was the era of the OG white feminist movement, coming along at about the same time as World War I, where white women won the right to vote and enjoyed their first sexual revolution in the roaring 20s that followed. Modern black feminists, as we know it today, was another 8 decades out into the future. But Mencken knew the female mind very well and has, like so many things, he about proving to be quite true. I don't know about anyone else, but I just can't help but chuckle at the irony any time I hear, see, or read about a modern black feminist accusing a brother of misogyny, when more often than not, they themselves have been hating on black women for a good long minute. If black manspherians like me supposedly hate black women, my retort to that base of the wise words of Mencken and turning to my opponent is the game recognized game, laughing out loud. A solid case in point among a great many that we'll be reviewing in today's post comes in the form of one Miss Brittany Renner and the Instagram model Fixtures. And if y'all don't know who Brittany Renner is that come across this content, Google her. A graduate of Jackson State University with a degree in communication and college athletics. Renner got her start to enter stardom by first trying her hand at being a fitness model, but found the field a bit too crowded to stand out. So she leveraged her beauty to become the 21st century social media equivalent of the pin-up girl. Mannequin and men of his generation would have known well during the war years, boosting by world star hip hop and catching on like wildfire. Renner would go on to amass millions of followers, make a name for herself, and eventually pen a tell-all book in true Nassau fashion, that's how I say it, detailing her bedroom exploits with famous and noble high-value black men. Brenner wanted to tell her truth, take ownership in her body and her sexuality, and was in her own way bucking against the trends of a progressive patriarchy, all things that modern black feminists like my opponent claim to be all about, right? Well, yeah and no. You see, one of the unwritten rules of modern black feminists is that you as a black woman have to be a lockstep with the modern black feminist high command at all times. And the minute you go off the reservations, you become an enemy of the modern black feminist state. What was Renner's cardinal sin? You might ask. She dared to agree with the common sense notion that if you want to appeal to the better off of men in black America, it would help if you put your best foot forward, and that needs not look like a hoof. Renner advised to the ladies, again, as a college athlete and fitness model, was to work out 3 times a week, that it's no request to growl at a man, feet on their knees, no demand that the lovelies had to wait on a man, hands and foots. No suggestion of flying off the Mexican or Instaball to get the BBL. Just simply hit the gym 3 times a week. Let me pause right there for a second. Now, do you agree or disagree with that? You ladies that will come across this, which you will, and I got you. I know that you cannot cheat beauty. You cannot cheat good looks. Matter you can't cheat a lot of things, so let's be honest. But if you're going to cheat, you better make sure you don't get caught. And what I've noticed with a lot of fake bodies now out here that I did not experience personally, and I'm noticing that for the last, I would say 8 years now, roughly. And that's a good 6 to 5 years now. Now that it's been shown and it's been revealed and the publicity has been blown, that you ladies are lazy. And it's pretty evident that you're not willing to do the necessities to keep yourself up, body-wise. You will go out there, get the shot in your side, you know, the thing that the sugar shot. It's like a special shot, the pen, to suppress your appetite. Or even go as far as now to go get the, what they call the body reconstruction, like getting the tummy tuck, getting fat deposit and surplus. And I hear some women, I had conversations with women about this dumb stuff, and they tell me personally, right, that it is not really as dangerous as they think. It is dangerous because people still are losing their life going on or getting this procedure called the BBL. Last mention, I don't see most women losing their life getting breasts done, but they are losing it when they start tampering with the back side. And it's evident. The reason why is because there's more layers, there's more muscle, there's more tissues. I think the rear is essential for the blood flow of any part of your body. That's why they fear doing cosmetic surgery on that area, because that's where all the nerve endings, everything, the veins are. That's all located because it is a muscle. You see, with the boobs, the breasts, you could put silicone and fake stuff in there because there's no muscle, allegedly. It's pure fat. If you take a look at look at the scope of the body inside, you can see where fat and muscle aligns. And the top doesn't have muscle like that. It's pure fat. So they could do and manipulate that with no problem of you losing your life. But the back, the buttocks, it can affect your body when they start manipulating it. Because there is not much, there's fat, but the majority of it is muscle. Now I see somebody in the chat room that is a fitness. He could probably correct me better than that. I see you, bro. Right now in there, let people know what I'm talking about. All right, let's continue. But you see, any form of doing anything for any black man, no matter how good looking, accomplished, wealthy, or famous he may be, is tantamount to blasphemy and treason to modern black feminists, like my interlocutors. Recalling my previous post where I document how giddy my opponent, Kimberly Nicole Foster, was at Auntie Jada Pinkett Smith out here acting a fool, and how so very important it was for black women to not to care what the men in their lives thought of what they did or how they conduct themselves. Again, no matter how good looking or accomplished. So true that. Indeed, Foster accused Renner of being a grifter and doing little more than pandering to the red pillars and the Manchurian, and wounded up her video rants by delivering ultimate coup de grace. This. By calling Renner a pick-me, all the moral suggestions to the lovely ladies that being the best version of yourself up your chance of actually, getting picked. Wow, just wow. But let's go honest, Mr. Ali. Do women today desire to get picked, or they really desire for a man picks them and they're in control? Because to get picked really is easy if you do the simple things. Not much required for women to do much for any man to pick them. Just saying. But they make life more complicated than it seems, for those that don't know. But taking digs at other black women who are actually living out the grand design of modern black feminists itself is nothing new. To Miss Foster, indeed, the Daily Beast details her tribes of running a fool of a queen of hip-hop, Nicki Minaj, Barbies, because she criticized Miss Minaj for being a horrible person and how negatively sickened like glue the Minaj, which prompted Minaj followers to give my opinion a piece of their own mind in response. The article goes on to report that my opponent was moving to put multiple cases on Minaj followers who she claims were harassing her and making various kinds of threats last year. We don't exactly know who these proposed lawsuits turn out, but what we do know is that there's definitely something to what Menkins said. After all, the contrary of conventional wisdom is actually women and girls who harass each other online than men and boys harass women and girls, which was clearly the case here with my opponent. Any event, how any ardents, defenders of the faith. Modern black feminists, like my interlocutors, could even fix their mouth to utter a bad word about someone who is the very embodiment of modern black feminism. And Nicki Minaj just boggling the mind, talking about, deleting the goose that laid the golden egg. Woo! It certainly didn't help that both Rayner and Minaj actually did what so many interrupts I kid modern black feminism could find the backbone to do, which was to have a sit-down chat with the late great St. Kevin Samuels, though my interlocutors, Miss Foster, may be loathing to publicly admit it. The truth of the matter is that both ladies commit to unforgivable sins of actually taking or talking to one of the biggest names out on the black massa. Don't they know that they're a fraternizing with the enemy? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This sort of thing is par for the course when it comes to modern black feminism. Another case in point, just while Googling about for today post comes in the form of any article post on the Al Jazeera website, I think that's like that. For a black feminist supporting Harris unequivocally is not easy. The author of the Modern Black Feminist from South Africa criticized current Vice President Kamala Harris for not being modern black or feminist enough. What? WTF? See for yourself. And this is the statement of the article. A surplus of nominations is honorable and symbolic framework from which we can build our own potential. However, amid global efforts to organize against white supremacy, state-sanctioned violence, patriarchy, and the importance of confronting the complicated contradictions in Harris' public service records, not doing so would do a disservice to those who are still suffering as a result of the policies she pursued during her career as a progressive prosecutor. There's more accountability. What they call it? I'm trying to make sure I say this right. Abolish and abrogation are important tenets of black feminists in the world where black bodies are disposable to the justice system. It would be dishonest to celebrate Harris' nominations as a black history moment without a reckoning with how she has supported policies that have contributed to a broken criminal justice system and predominantly target black men and women. The article goes on to lay out the case against Harris, who prior to becoming the second most powerful person in the American government made her bones as a California prosecutor. That she made countless black lives safer by putting other black bad actors behind bars where they belong. Isn't the right kind of narrative that modern black feminists would told you say, so she too isn't modern black or feminist enough? And the list of modern black feminist pot shots taken at other black women who just happen to make choices that form don't agree with continues. If you find yourself with a bit of time to burn, I invite you to spend an hour or two on Shea Butter Twitter, for example, and watch the modern black feminism bloodletting for yourself. Sister, or check out the notorious gossip website Lipstick Alley to see the latest on the modern black feminist wars. As I said, the irony of Mekin's quote by now should not be lost on anyone reading this, at least, or least of all, because what he said was oh so right. And you're right about that. But perhaps another major irony here is the feminists in the whatever guessing or goosing it comes was supposed to be above giving all women choice and how they order their lives. Clearly, modern black feminism, like my opponent, don't agree and they won't hesitate to tear down any black woman who dares to think for themselves. My opponent will try to weave a narrative about black men at large, and the black master in particular, bullying black women is old hat for me, having been accused of this numerous times over the years. But the charge never stick because good people with good common sense know who the actual bully of black women are, and it ain't black master or indeed black men in general. It's modern black feminists. Modern black feminists like my opponent, Mrs. Kimberly Nicole Fawcett, for hair, right? Wow, just wow. Oh, the irony. And there's endnotes, which you could read, which pick up the book yourself. That's end of chapter 10. And that's it. Conclusion. And conclusion to all this is that modern black feminism is the culprit in the infections that still linger in detriment a lot of Western men today, particularly black men, and with the names that he named in this particular chapter, and how the women are fighting other women that just tell you the basics of how to get a man, which is not that difficult, or get any man that's at a certain top tier level. It's not even harder. That you don't have to do too much, but it's a lot when we're talking about a black man, which most modern black feminists are not going to do for a black man, any black man generally. So when you see them and you see the talking points on stuff, just keep in mind, they don't really give a crap about you. If you don't serve them, you don't exist to them. That's it. All right. If you like this content, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the Cast Run channel. Go back to all the previous book readings from previous chapters. Look out for the next reading coming soon. Not sure when, but it's coming soon. So if you want to know about that, make sure you subscribe to the Chaos Range Show and hit the top notification bell for all uploads and live streams here on the Chaos Range Show. As always, I'll be looking forward to reading y'all comments in the comment section of this one. And that's pretty much it. Thank y'all for listening. Until next time, take care.